And then Johnny Moore came. And Johnny came to the studio and he said, I quit my job. He was working with Mark Burnett. Now imagine you're a production guy. You're a guy who wants to, you want to work and create messages and movies. And you're working with Mark Burnett, a guy who's actually doing it. And you hear the story of what is happening in Iraq. And he walked into Mark Burnett's office and said, Mark, I quit. I got to leave. Where are you going? I'm going to Iraq this weekend. He had never been to Iraq. Just as a private citizen, he gets onto a plane knowing no one and just starts wandering around and going to churches saying, how can I help? He came into my studio and said, we got to raise $1 million. We can help these people. I have a goal. I'd like to raise $1 million. I said, that's done. Let's think bigger than that. So I came to you in Birmingham a year ago last August, and I said, we've already raised the $1 million. Let's see if we can raise more by Christmas and save maybe 100 families. 100. We have fed, you have, and I haven't been able to really talk about things because we are involved in things that put people in danger. But someday, we are archiving all of the records right now. Because as David Barton said to me, in 20 years, Glenn, this is the story of this generation. And he's right. While it is not as, well, I can't say that. It's not dangerous for you and it's not dangerous for me. It is Schindler's List for those who are actually going over on our request and our behest to save these people. We've already lost 2 people. 7,000 people have been moved out of country. 6,000 people. These people were the ones marked for death. How many people have died in Iraq in the last year?
Up to 123. Well, it's not the last year, but it's since, I think, 2009. It's
2009.
123,000.
123,000.
From terror attacks.
14,000 people who were marked for death have been saved because of you. Because of you. We're trying to partner with somebody else because the Curie 1 efforts to save those who are targeted for death has just become so overwhelming and so big. And we are, I wish I could tell you the things that we see. I would ask that you would join us on this mission. Look at what this one audience has done. Because we said, we're not going to listen to the government. We're not going to wait around for the government to do anything. We're not going to wait around for somebody else to do it. We're going to do it. This audience, I've told you probably since 9/11, 2001, that I have a deep feeling that this audience is going to be the audience that is going to be a pivot point. It's going to change things. That it's this audience that history will look back at and say, look what came out of those people. I don't know how that's ever going to happen because nobody's making record of us except us. We're keeping very good notes on what you've accomplished and what you've done. But if you want to join us, if you want to feel helpless today, not me. I know who the bad guys are. I know where the people are that need help. I know how to help them. I know we can help them. I know we can actually get them to safety. I know the people that we are saving are the people that are marked for death. This kind of stuff that happened in Manchester, that happens all the time in Iraq and Syria. All the time. There's a group, I can't tell you. Trying to think of ways that I can tell you in a way that, but I can't tell you. I can just tell you this. There are children that we know where they are. There are children that are experiencing. When our team went out 2 years ago to save people from the clutches of ISIS, these kids that were being kept as sex slaves, their mothers watching their daughters being raped several times a day, and then mom being raped in front of the daughters. Our team came back changed. What they're seeing now, I'll give you the quote from one of our team members. Glenn, evil is never satisfied. Evil's appetite is never quenched. What we thought was evil is child's play now. What's happening on the ground now is beyond human understanding. We can help them, but we need your help. We stopped taking funding, but we're moving into a place where we'll be announcing some things where we have a new partner to really help us because it was so big and so overwhelming. And someday before you die or before I die, we will be able to tell you what you've accomplished. But I want you to go to mercury1.org today and just donate. If you will, just donate. Help us change the world, one kid at a time. Maybe the Lord will smile upon us and save our children if we do everything we can to save somebody else's child.